Hello all, welcome to the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge. We are wrapping up Feb by working on making our own digis or digital pages for our journals. And next month I'm going to be doing this India journal. So while I'm here in India, I've been taking lots of photos. And I've been saving them for my digis and taking specific ones for them. So I'm using Studio, and here I'm just going to add some photos, and I have them in a saved album. And I took this background photo here of a wall, and I'm just going to add all the ones I've been taking for backgrounds, just for full pages. And I've been taking photos with that in mind, my journals in mind. So here's some chilies. I took this photo in Andhra when I was in the village there last week. And so we can go to the opacity here, and we can actually fade it out so you can see the page behind it a little bit more. I love the vibrancy, so I'm going to go back and forth on this over and over. So I probably will print one full color and one faded out a little bit just to see how it will look. And here we have a wall. This was actually when I went up to Nepal, and it was in a hotel. And I think even though the lights were on the top of the wall, of course, like sconces, I think I like it coming from the bottom because it gives more weight to the page. It's going to be the bottom of the page, I think. So you can easily rotate and crop in Studio. And you just go to all photos, and then down here, my albums you can save it in an album, or if you just have them straight from your phone, if you don't have a lot of photos, then you can just take them straight from recent. Here we have some, this is like a weaved mat or blanket. I was in Nepal when I took this one, and I was playing with my phone with all the textures, because sometimes when I create digis, I have found that now that Studio is no longer GoDaddy, they have given up a lot of their artists, and I no longer can get really good textured backgrounds. Like they're there, but they're not as readily available in many kinds of textures. So I like to make my own. And so this one is it was pretty deep in color, so you can't really write on it again like this. So I'm making this one more color, and the last one I kind of faded it out. But also in this program, Studio, when we use the different filters, we can make them more vibrant and then fade them out, so you can still get the shadows and the textures and different things. So on these pages usually I'll put photos or pockets or cards, something like that you would glue on to be a background. That's how I use them. Now this is actually a sari, which is the traditional dress that we wear here in India, and I just loved this blue and turquoise. And this is actually the true color that I see with my eye. It's with your camera you don't get the true color, but this is really the true color, I would say, is that very deep, vibrant color. But of course, again, you can't write on it, so it just depends what you're gonna do with your journal pages. And I like to have pages that are colorful to glue on and put your pockets on, things like that, because I love stuffing mine super full. But again, you can always fade it out, or you can cover it up, which I'm going to try to touch on everything here. Here, I'm just going to blur it out a little bit. Maybe that will make it easier to glue on. I think just having the straight up sequence like this, very clear, I think that, I don't think that the photos as beautiful. You can't really tell. You're going to be like, what is this thing? So this is not working. This is a mask. I can never remember which one does the soft blur, because you can soften the edges. So we can just try maybe blending it. Let's see here. The tint, no. I think we're just gonna go back to blur. Yeah, there we go. And my eyes keep trying to adjust to this. But when it's printed, hopefully it will look as cool as I think it will. All right, so here we have our new page. And do I have any more backgrounds here? Let's see, we go into my India file. Okay, so this is when I was searching for, I was in the market in Commercial Street, and I was searching for some of this lace to put around my journals and just to see the prices. And these are very fancy, intricate lace. As you can see, like the entire meters and meters and meters, the entire roll is stitched and embroidered and sequins and beads. They are amazing. So I hate this little tag. Do you see that little price tag on there? I hate that. So I think if we fade it like this, well, we could even write notes on it. I'm gonna come back and do that tag just to get rid of it. I'll put a sticker or another photo over it or something. I have all these drummers. These ones are from a wedding I just got back from in the village. I went to Andhra and into some villages there. This is again from the wedding. They have interesting traditions where every single person who brought a gift stands with the couple and shows their gift that they've brought. I think I had another background. These doors are super cool. Yeah. Look at the color and the texture. I'm gonna try to get these. I'm gonna put a filter on these. I'm gonna try to make it more vibrant. It's never what you see with your actual eye. It's so hard to get the camera to actually, you know, see what you're seeing. And so luckily nowadays we can just put these filters on and can be like, this is what it actually looked like. The windows above those doors were so amazing. They were beautifully carved and they were just so ancient. They're trying to preserve these 100-year-old buildings. It was amazing to see the work that goes into just preserving the history. I tried to put those doors in the middle so when I fold the page it'd be good. This is actually my daughter's 16th birthday party. We were in Pondicherry here in India, and she has mehendi and these beautiful flowers. I love when you can get the vibrancy of all these flowers here. This is difficult because I want it to be beautiful, but I also want it to be functional. And because my daughter is so fair, this mehendi really stands out. It's hard to get mehendi to stand out at all because you have to be patient. I love this. Okay, this is looking good. You have to be patient for hours. It dries in like 20 minutes. But, okay, rotate this back. See here, you can push rotate. It will do it for you. Okay, so now, looks like she's getting us a flower. Here's all our backgrounds. So these, you can either add corners or you can add, let's see, should we make this? There we go. I don't know if I can go less than that. I love the vibrancy. But you can add corners, you can add stickers, you can add digis, more images on top. And to add to the pages, or you can add them by paper. You don't even have to put in digital stickers. You can always, you know, do what we do with paper. Let's see. I love this one. Let's see how it looks. Get some of these drummer guys in. This is in Mumbai, in India. This is one of the ceremonial or traditional welcomes they give in Mumbai. These group of drummers come in and it's so intense. It's so intense that I could feel the vibration in my whole body. I have video of it, and it's so intense. Okay, I can put some video in right here. It was amazing. And so I really wanted to capture that here in the journal, and let's go ahead and put in some kind of border to separate this, because I know it's gonna fold in the middle, and I want to have something that doesn't just look like randomly two pictures are smashed together. So you go into these what is it called? Not images, not text. I think it's digital. Yeah, digital. And you just type in what you're looking for. So here I put in border, and this is interesting. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, sorry, not digital, graphic. Yeah, we're going into the graphics. So again, we're just gonna put in border. We're gonna try to know how to spell it here. I mean, the experience is so amazing. It's hard to figure out. Really, I think I want something red, because you can see they're wearing the red necklaces, helping to hold up their drums and stuff. I don't think anything in here is gonna work. And you know, we can always go back and change it when we get all our digis done. Sometimes I'll just go back and I'll add something to each page that kind of matches the other pages. So I'll put, you know, whatever, a star on the corner of each page or something like that. Just something, a little something of red or a little something of yellow. In this case, because it's India, I would probably put a mandala or something like that. And it's super easy to duplicate. You just push duplicate. So when you push on the graphic, it will give you all these choices. Studio is very user-friendly, so it's hard to mess things up. So this is in the center. It also tells you where the center of the page is when you're moving things around. So that helps me when I'm trying to obviously make a fold line. Okay, what's left? So now we've done backgrounds and we have half pages. Let's do, I think I have some food guys, which I love to do food with the recipes. This guy, he walks up and down our street and he yells something that you can't understand. No one can understand, not just because he's yelling it in Kannada, okay? He actually has eggs in that basket, like farm fresh eggs. And you can put any photo in and just, you know, turn the just make it a little bit see-through. Opacity, turn the opacity down, and then you'd be able to write on it, even, you know, with a marker or paint on it or whatever. And I'm not joking you, these guys yell stuff that no one understands. You only know if you're familiar with what they're selling. This guy's selling puffed rice. Let me see if I can push this up so you can see there. See that basket? He carries the basket with the puffed rice in this giant bag, and then what it's held in? All that puffed rice is just pieces of cardboard that he's stacked up like a snow cone, and on the top there is a metal, or it's like a cast iron pot that he puts coals in, and then he heats up your puffed rice, and you can even have it with chili on top, and he rolls like a snow cone type piece of paper or newspaper, and he fills up your puffed rice in there, and it's like 20 rupees, which is a quarter, and you eat your yummy puffed rice snack. And he even puts peanuts in sometimes. It depends on what you like. So I need to make a fold here, and I think I want to use something in the middle here that's like rusticy, I think. Really, this is a perfect page for me to put in recipe cards, to make my own recipe cards and put them in here. with like Indian food on them, because these guys are selling food. And oh, that's what I was saying. Let's put in food. These guys are yelling stuff no one understands. It's not just me, because I ask people. I even ask like my friends with me. They speak Kannada, they speak Hindi, Telugu, and I'll say, hey, what are these guys yelling? What are they selling? And they'll say, I have no idea. Like, they don't even know. It's just a noise. And so I just have to stop them and say, hey, what are you selling? And then they laugh and they'll tell you what they're selling. Because you have to like know their call. These are rustic, like roots and wood and some trees here, dried mud. Well, you know what? We have those I took those photos in Nepal of the brick building. When Studio was bought from GoDaddy, or it used to be called something like GoDaddy, and when it was bought, that meant that a lot of the artists I don't know if they weren't getting compensated fairly after that, or they just weren't taking artists anymore, and they're going more for like these AI stuffs or something. Okay, now this is on top. This is layering issue. So if we go into layering, of course we can make this just opaque as the other photos here. And we can also customize our cropping, which this is so cool. I'll show you later how to do a circle crop. Okay, wait, we need this longer. Yeah, and so now with layering, we can actually layer this underneath. You just push on the layers and gotta get this the right size though. You can, they also have uniform sizes. If you push crop, you can push on whatever size you want. All right, so we can just move this, make this smaller if we don't like the double photo here. There we go. All right, new page, which you can slide over, or up there on the top, you can just push on the pages and push plus. Okay, so we got a half page. What else do we want to add here? You can see there's more food there. Oh, I didn't get to use my peanut guy. This is from the flower market. We went super early in the morning to see how they distribute flowers throughout the city. So you aren't gonna be able to tell what the flowers look like in real life. It was amazing. They were so bright and colorful, and they smelled so good. And these guys, this is what they do. They just get up, crack it on, the flowers come in from the farms, and they put flowers on strings all day. They just sew flowers together in different shapes. And these ones are usually used in like either festivals or weddings or decorating buildings. And so I'm gonna fold this right down the middle, and it was amazing. And there's just hundreds and hundreds of these flower vendors in this market, and they're selling to other flower vendors, because then they take all these flowers that they buy from these guys, and they go and sell them in the city, because this is a little bit far from the city centers. And so Bangalore's so big, it's just hours and hours in every direction. So if everyone goes there, buys what they need, and then goes back to their booth, like in my side of town, and then sells them to me from my own street, and they're everywhere. Okay, so this is where you might recognize these chilies. I got my background here. This is in a village in Andhra. And when I saw this, I asked them if I could take a photo, because I thought it'd be so cool to have folded with the lady on one side and the foods on either side, which again is a great place to put recipes. I love food photos. And they dry those out, and those chilies last, I think they said they last a month. That many chilies will last their family a month. Now this again is in the Lalbagh flower market, And here she is, she's sewing all these flowers together. And the reason they're on strings is because when you go to a temple every day, and when you're getting ready in the morning, they'll put these stringed flowers in their hair, and they also use them for weddings and any ceremony. They'll have these flowers strung everywhere for decoration, on the ground, in their hair, everywhere. And it's just real life. I love having the real life and not these posed type photos. This guy, see that, all those flowers, oh my gosh. Okay, so this guy is a perfume seller, and he was down on Mahatma Gandhi Road, and my daughter, she bought this perfume to take back to the US, and it was amazing. It was so cool. They sold it by the ml, and it was like $25 for a whole bottle of perfume, and it was straight from the source. It was amazing. It was all essential oils. It was all natural. It was amazing. Okay, this, I actually replaced that photo. Did you catch that? I pushed on the photo, and then I pushed replace, and I decided that not everyone's gonna understand what's happening there. So we'll go with this bride. I was at a wedding there in the village, in this village in Andhra, and this is the bride, and she invited me to come, and I documented from beginning to end this wedding from the bride's, from the view of the bride's family. Isn't this gorgeous? And those are saris hanging in the background, and they've already done a ceremony, one ceremony. They're getting ready for the next ceremony, and it's not a wedding ceremony. It's just these different ceremonial customs that they have here, and it was so cool. Here she is again, and now on these ones, I'm just gonna put a background behind this instead of filling the whole page. I'm gonna show you how to do that, and that's what I was talking about, layering. So we need one more photo. I love this one. She let me take photos after her photographer left, because the photographer took the more traditional style Indian photos, and I wanted these, geographic style photos that aren't as posed. This is called the, I think I want this to be the same size as the other one. So I'm gonna crop this, pull up the bottom here. You just go to custom, crop, and then custom, and then you can enlarge it, and then I'm gonna put a background, and I want it to be able to fold properly. This is called, this is like the bridal bath, or it's like they're baptizing the bride, and they're just washing her, and they'd already done the first ceremony where they cover her in turmeric, and that's something like keeping away evil, and something like, I'm putting in smoke, because remember last time, if you saw my other video where we made jijis just from the graphics, we used this. Is called Holi. This is a festival they have here, and I love this one, and I'm gonna show you how to layer it. And after the turmeric, then they do this bridal bath. And not just, she's not the only one who gets turmeric. Even I got turmeric. Everyone got turmeric. It's good for your skin. Look at that. That is super cool. And I might even make cards out of these, like some digi cards to make pockets with. I think we need some kind of a label, maybe something like, yeah, we'll put in dream. Dream big, everybody. Okay. I don't like any of these. If we can't find like a quote or something that already has dream, then I'll show you how to do the text. We can just type it ourselves and make it fancy. Or, you can always put in a label on the top with actual paper. Hey, but since we're concentrating on digital art, let's go ahead and push text. Here we go. And we can just put dream, something simple, and pick our font. Does anything look dreamy to you? That's pretty. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna do this one. And resize. Just pull it bigger. And oh, guess what? We can make it a cool color too. So you just, after you do that, you're just gonna push on color, and then you push this little drop here, and anywhere you scroll or touch on the photo, it will pull that color, and you just push plus, and then you have your new color, and you can use it for anything you want here. Now we have this color while we're working, and it matches her flowers. Now we need some kind of a label to go behind. And if we don't find a label we like, then we can always just push on the graphic shapes, and we can make it any color we want. Why are all the labels black? Come on. I tried to become one of the digital artists so that I could get backgrounds I wanted, like bricks and texture and stones and things like this, because it says that those licenses have expired with those artists, and so I was trying to become an artist, and it's impossible. I could not figure it out. I tried so many times, and I tried contacting them and emailing, and it's just not working. All right, so here's the layers. Just pull it down below your wording. What color do we want this? See, we can pick any color to blend it. I feel like you can't really see. Either we'll have to change the color of the word if we want to use one of these colors in her sari for the label, because you can't really see the word. But if you make it white or black, then it definitely can be seen. But you can see here that you can, there's so many choices. That's the point, is that you have all the choices, and you can pull color from anywhere. I love this blue, but still we'd have to change the vibrancy. Even if we kept the background a color off of the sari, we might be able to put a shadow or an outline for the words. So I'm just turning the color off. It'll go back to its original. Here we go. Maybe this will work. I might have to. Okay, let's see if we can edit the word and put. Where is the. I was hoping that we could put a shadow or an outline, which I know is here. Where is it? Spotlight. Lighten. That would be good if we lightened it. That would be helpful. Okay, let's just leave it like this. We can always change it later. Let's put a sticker on the corner here with the sari, this pink sari, this beautiful flower. I'm gonna turn this black and put it up here somewhere. Looks good here. Okay, usually you do things in 2s or 3s, but I'm going to go ahead and put 5 here because I think it'll be a great border. Let's look at our background pages here. 3. I think we need to change this one. Instead of brick, we need to have food. Remember, I had that peanut guy, and so, oh, that's cool. But his face would be in the fold. So how can we make this? Maybe if we just put the peanuts. Oh, it gets really dark when we layer them on top of each other. Still no. Still bad. Maybe if we switch them. We'll switch them around. There we go. That looks better. I wish we could blend this middle part. Supposedly we can. Nope, that's not working. It's gonna be in the fold anyways. If we hate it, we can change it and reprint it. All right, here we have, this one looks okay. This one looks good. I love that. Oh, we need to cover this tag, this price tag. Ugh, okay, let's see here. Okay, India. See what we have. We have our dancers. These are a little cartoony. Might just have to go for what's safe here. These are all pretty cartoony. Let's just try this green one. Okay, I think I hate it. We could make it like look like kind of like a tuck or something. Let's see, we can put in one of our own photos. Ooh, it would be cool to take that flower. Maybe I can show you how to remove a background as well. What can we find here? Oh, this is cool. Okay, so let me show you how to crop this into a circle. So you just go to crop and then you push circle and then you align your photo how you like it. Let's see which, okay, so this was also at the flower market here and these were amazing. They were so beautiful. While I arrange this, you can watch this clip of us at the Lalbagh flower market.
Stand next to it so I can see how tall it is.
Off the ground, it's cheating.
Wow, so tall. That is amazing. Wow.
This is like way better than a bouquet.
Yeah, this is way better than a bouquet. Now you know for your wedding, Hope. Boys are girls. Oh my goodness, look how long these ones are. So tall. All these roses. Wow. It's so long. Wow, look at this one. Wow. Oh, it's rainbows.
Yes.
Okay.
Hours to make the full,
Wow.
the full basket.
And it's by kg?
She says it's 50 rupees for a length.
1 meter?
Otherwise, she also sells it.
1 meter, 50 rupees. Okay. Hope. 1 meter is 50 rupees. 1 meter, 50 rupees, 75 cents.
So you know the guy who whistles and makes a little arrow fly around?
That's 3 feet. What?
No, you know.
Yeah.
So the guys that walk around with chai make that exact same whistling sounds.
Okay.
Very high pitched. They're like, where is it coming from? And you realize it's all the chai wallas.
Okay, even though going there was amazing, I'm still not happy with this. So I'm going to try something else. We're gonna put in the mandala. We're gonna find a mandala here. They're our go-to. There are so many to choose from. We're going with gold. I'm trying to find a good shape. I want a shape that complements these round bolts here. And we can use this flowers later. Put this down here. We're just trying to cover this label. I hate the label. Okay, let's do some layering. I'm just gonna put shapes. Shapes are basic shapes. Yay, so easy. And we can pick a color right off the bolt. That's beautiful. Plus, and pull it down. There we have it. Yes, finally, good. Okay, this page, good, good, good. Yes, okay. So we have all of our pages here. Let's lighten this up. We can write on it. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me see if I can find a clip of this.
Okay.
There are just too many cool things I want to put in this journal. I'm just gonna have to put some of these pages up for now and come back and work on them. Here we are in the wedding, cooking in the village. So many things here to see. We have some beautiful churches in Goa. Oh, this guy's super cool. He was selling these earrings, hundreds and hundreds of earrings for like 50 cents each pair. Oh yeah, this guy is selling these. It's like a red sand. You can use that to decorate outside your home, make mandalas with it. So beautiful. I love his smile. This is the family of the bride. The whole family spent 3 hours getting beautified and then marched her out of the gate together, and the village followed. It was so cool to watch. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Obviously, this would be a page in my own journal. I'm not gonna put it in one that I'm giving away or selling, but for my own personal use, I love that photo because we're just having fun before she goes to the wedding. Here we are at 1 in the morning doing mehendi, and we are also using flashlights because the power went out. So I think I'll probably turn that one black and white. I think that will make it stand out a little bit more. Here we are getting ready for lunch. They cook over this fire. Now, my house, we use a gas cylinder and a stove top. So in India, you know, she can't touch the food right now because, you know, she has to keep her hands clean because she just did her engagement. They have engagement, and then the next day they do the wedding. And the engagement's in front of, you know, 300 people. It's just like a wedding ceremony, but it's called an engagement ceremony. And so we fed her from our own hands, not me. I took photos. This is in Goa. It's heavily influenced by the Portuguese because they had a colony there. We have also places in India where they speak French and Tamil because it was a French colony. So interesting, all the different parts of India that were colonized by different people groups. The local people here will speak their native language plus that language of whoever colonized that area. This is again from the bridal here. I think I'm gonna have to do some editing on this one, but it's a super cool photo. They filled all these tubs up with flowers and water. I'm trying to see if I can just take out the water, but it's not working. So let's see what other kind of photo we can take the background out of. I wanted to show you how to do that. I think it works easier with people. Let's see if it will do this entire tea set. I'll be shocked if it can take out this background and just have the tea set, because then it would be a sticker, so that would be really cool. So we're just going to go to remove background. Bam! We have a sticker. So cool. All right, we'll be able to put this somewhere, and if you want to move it, I had to paste this because we had copied and delete. So you push copy and then you delete it, then you go wherever you want in your pages and you just push paste and it'll be there. Let's see. Move this over here. That'll be so cute to write on later. Where can we put this sticker? Oh, this will be cool. The gold on the brown would be cool. Look at that. Yes. Okay. Super cool. Ooh, it'd be really cool if I put in some like chai recipes or something on this page as well. Like little cards. No cards. There we have it. We have so many backgrounds. And we have half pages, folding pages. We have vibrant backgrounds you can write on. There's another half page. Recipe places. So this is how you can take any photo and you can turn it into a digital journal page. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned lots of tips and tricks. If you have questions, let me know. Ooh, I still need to turn that black and white too. And I hope my stories and my clips were entertaining for you. Maybe you learned something, I don't know. But I think everyone should have a chance to travel and learn about new people groups. That's so important to me for my children to experience other cultures outside of themselves. And this is just one way we can preserve those memories. So follow all my friends. Tune in next month. We're going to be making the journal from these digis. See you then.